Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to another flip through. So, today I'm going to be flipping through my December journal for 2022, and let's just get started. So, a little backstory on this journal. This is made out of it's a clasp envelope, but it's not a clasp envelope. It's a 9 by 12, big white envelope. And so, that is what I used. And if you want to know how I made this journal, you can look down in the description box and there will be a video to the tutorial that is on my channel as to how I made the book. I absolutely loved working in this book. This is the first time I've actually done since the history of my journaling, which has been since 2015. This is the first time I've ever done a specific journal for Christmas, a specific journal of just 1 month. So, yeah, there's that. And I loved it. I loved every single yep, every single thing about this journal. I love decorating it. I loved working in it. I love how it turned out. This clasp thing does not roll over. I don't really care. I love things sticking out of my journal. It became a very chunky monkey. I will tell you that I did 2-page layouts in this journal. And so on the front cover, I did a collage. I put a tassel on it and a bunch of these little tassel things. I learned how to make bows with a fork, so I put one of those on there. These right here, this is a little laminated charm that I did. I used on this, as well as doing the whole book, I used Recreations by Brooke, her free December kit, and it was gorgeous. And thank you so much for your generosity, Brooke, because I really enjoyed using your papers. And you can find those papers for free if they're still available on her Facebook group. Okay, so I'll leave all those links below. Everyone that I mentioned will be listed below. So look in the description box always. So I just had a girlfriend of mine gave me, this is a vintage little plastic ornament thing, and I just thought it was so cute to use. This jump ring is driving me batty. Yeah, it was fun to use on here. The closure that I did was just simply, let's see if, here's the closure. It was simply a piece of fabric that I tore, and then it just wraps around it. Is this ideal for me and my journaling? No, it is not. Did it work? Yes, it did. However, I didn't like having to do all this and then set this aside somewhere. Okay, the tassel didn't bother me at all. Because I can just flip it up here like this. And let me just show you as well. This is how I put the tassel on, and I love this way of doing it. I got the idea from Natasha at Treasure Books. So yeah, it just worked out simply, very, very simple. I did mine a little bit differently than she did hers, but the premise is still the same, and I really, really enjoyed it. And so when you have these things on your book, you just flip them up like that, okay? So let's get started. Now, another new thing that I did was, oh, this needs to come out. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? My husband got me that. Collect Moments. That's going to go in my January book. But another thing that I did this year is I did prompts, for the first time ever. I've never done prompts before. This is simply a vintage card that I turned into a pocket that apparently needs to be glued some more on here. And yeah, like that. All of this back here, with exception to the seal, is Brooke's papers. This is Brooke's papers printed on vellum. And then I also used a variety of other papers, which you'll see as we go through. But I used and made my own prompt list for this year. I will put the link down below to the video that I did at the beginning of December, where the link is that you can get this list. So obviously December's gone, 2002 is gone, it's fine. You can print out the list to use for next year if you'd like to. So, yep, I'll leave the link below for that. And I use these, for me, these were mostly to bring up memories of, Christmas in past years, in, you know, or in, more recent years with our family and all that stuff. But you could, write a short story, use a photo, draw, doodle, paint, you could do whatever you wanted to with these journals. I chose to use them as actual writing prompts. So, and let me tell you as well, I, I did not do one of the prompts out of all 31. I didn't do one of them, but I am going to go back and fill this in because it was Christmas present opening and we definitely have like a routine about that. And yeah, just thinking on it, it gave me a lot of ideas on what I could write about that. So yeah, I need to add that. But everything else I did, and it was a lot of fun. It's not only is it the first time I've ever done, written a prompt list, but it's the first time that I had ever done a prompt list at all. Like from beginning to end. Okay, so again, this is a piece of vellum. I love printing on vellum, and I actually got that idea or was inspired to print on vellum recently by the sweet and talented Kanoi at Notes and Hues. So look down below for her channel as well. This is just an opening page. Like I said, I used various papers in this, as well as using Brooks digital papers. The book did get very fat. That is also one of the things that I was not fond of in the end because it was super hard, to write on this side. Anyway, we'll get to that in the next video. Okay, so yeah, my double spread, and I didn't do like this was my journaling for the day on this page and this was for the prompts. I just, I added in, just did it however it worked for me at the time. So I hope that makes sense. And so yeah, so it's this journal is a combination of what I, a daily creative journal of things and things that I do on a daily basis or my life in general, documenting the events of my life, okay, as well as doing the prompts. Now, this right here was prompt number 1, and what I did, these right here, these cute little gifts with the numbers, I got those from Jill at Jilly Bean Studio, and they worked out perfectly for notating the prompts that I was using. So, the first one was my favorite memory of this year, and this was my favorite memory. It was our summer trip with our gems to various cities in the South, and I just tipped that in. This is just like a decorated page. This is actually the day. This is December 1st. It was a Thursday, and this is the day that I actually finished making this journal. So I was a little late to the game, But anyway, and then I actually filmed 5 videos this day. Holy cannoli. Yeah. Okay, because I had 4 videos pertaining to the making of this journal, and then I had the prompt list. So I was busy. So I didn't walk. My poor big handsome, he's in bad shape. I'm not going to read through everything. I'll just, whatever. Oh yes, he had to go to his pain doctor previous to this month, and he got the medication taken out of his pain pump and a new medication put into his pain pump. So he was in bad shape. He was going through withdrawal. It was yeah. He spent like 2 whole days sleeping, and it wasn't as bad as it could have been, but yeah, memorable nonetheless. And then this is just a picture of my desk and what it looked like. These are all Brooks papers, right? Oh, and somebody had asked me where I got these numbers from, and they happen to be, I do believe, a part of a calendar pack that my daughter, who is a 5th grade teacher, had, and she wasn't going to use them a while back, and so I just said, oh yeah, I'll use them somehow, and lo and behold, I used them for this journal, so it worked out great. My days of the week, what I did was I took, what are they called? labels, like address labels, I guess. They're the small ones, obviously. And I ran it through my printer with a background of Brooks freebie digitals, ran that through, and then I went on to the avery.com site, put in my template number, and then just typed out the days of the week, and I had 3 sets of them. So I had a green set, a red set, and a black set, and they worked out famously. This is just an old ruffle from years ago. Yeah. Let's see. Anything else? Yeah, so I was on this day I was working in my room a lot. My husband was sleeping off his withdrawal thing. And so I was taking care of Big Handsome and our puppy in between making this journal. And then on this day here, this is just a little, something I found in my stash. Here's another little bow made from a fork. That was a lot of fun to do. This pertains to my husband. So yeah, one day you will tell your story of how you've overcome what you're going through, and it will become part of someone else's survival guide. Yes, yes. Okay. My daughter had given me this the last time I had seen her. I can't remember. Maybe at Thanksgiving. And it's a foot peel. And let me tell you, it's interesting. I'll tell you that. But I can tell you I will be using it again. In fact, she gave me another one for Christmas. And I really liked it. The peeling process is really disgusting. But let me tell you, my feet have never looked better, okay? Never. And my feet are always, like, I have deep cracks in them, and they're just disgusting, okay? I do not get pedicures just simply because I'm cheap, and I just won't spend that kind of money for somebody to wash my toes, I mean, For those of you who get them, you do you. I just don't. Anywho, after doing this, let me tell you, I will never, it's not like I've never had a pedicure, but after doing this, I will never have a pedicure again. There's really no reason to. My feet came out at the end of the peeling process. They came out like a newborn baby feet, yeah, so that was really fun. I appreciated it. Well, the peeling wasn't fun, but you've got to wear socks for like a week. But anyway, it's just, yeah, it was great, and I am barefoot a lot, so yeah, there's that. So anyway, I did not walk this day either. Okay, poor Big Handsome was still sleeping, so I had to take care of the pup. And this, I just did my notes on a simple notepad, right, and stuck them in the pocket. I use various things in here, packaging, all kinds of stuff, so yeah. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, I chatted with Beauty Queen. Oh yeah, she had told me this story that she said that like somebody she knew back in like middle school or something, he and his fiance moved 2 doors down from them. And I guess he like kind of had a crush on her when they were younger. And yeah, I remember she reminded me that this guy used to call the house and to speak to my son, because at that time we did not allow our daughter to receive phone calls at that age, and so from boys, and so yeah, he would call like wanting to talk to our son, and then somewhere in the conversation it would be like, well, is your sister home, can I talk to her? Yeah, we did not like that. But anyway, funny memory. And yeah, at this time, like, she was avoiding that, like the plague, it was funny. So anyway, and I was watching Christmas movies, yes, and so my husband was busy doing his recovery, and yeah, I was watching on the GAF, not the Hallmark station, but the GAF station. Yeah, don't mind me, I'll just be over here crying, crafting, and watching Christmas movies. Yeah, that's what I was doing. And then here is the prompt number 2, list of favorite Christmas tunes, and here they are: Oh Holy Night, Feliz Navidad, Mary Did You Know, and Let There Be Peace on Earth by Vince Gill. So, and a couple little memories about, those songs. Okay, on the 3rd, this is actually a coin wrapper embellishment. It's a paper clip, and I did in December do a tutorial on how to make these. So I will put that link down below as well. This was just kind of like a decoration page. I did go, this ticket tells me that I went to a community bazaar, a Christmas bazaar here in our community. And yeah, this is from Jesus Calling. I love printing those out, and this just sticks right in there. And then again, I printed on vellum and just a few little decorations. And then over here, this is a card for my stash, and in here is my prompt number 3. So winter weather where you are. So we have very mild Christmases. It will get into the 30s and 40s here, but that's not usually the case until this year. Till 2022. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it got down with the wind chill. It got down into the 30s, which is, it's odd for this time of year. But anyway, we usually get our cooler weather in January or February. And yeah, and then this prompted me to remember the year that my parents came down and visited for Christmas one year, and we actually went out fishing on Christmas Eve. So that's gives you an idea of what our weather is like here. Very mild, hot and mild, I guess. I don't know. That sounds like I'm describing chicken wings, but anyway. Oh yeah, and then this talks about like people down here. I live in South Florida, by the way, and a lot of people down here, and further south where I used to live, it's not uncommon for them not to have heating, central heating, just like in some states here in the United States, it's uncommon for people to have central AC, air conditioning. I know over in the UK, a lot of people don't have central air conditioning, but they have heating, So what we would do, I remember my mother-in-law doing this because they had no central heat or central air until my daughter was brought home from the hospital in 1996. Anyway, what my mother-in-law used to do is, like, after cooking or whatever, or even just to take the chill off the kitchen and dining room area, she would turn on the oven and open the door. Now, we had electric. We didn't have gas, so, But yeah, that's how we would heat, the kitchen and the dining room area, So anyway, so my big handsome entered the land of the living today. Yeah, so, oh my goodness. Yeah, and then he finally took a shower after 3 days, the poor guy, and he was so cold. He was just freezing cold. And so when he went to go take a shower, I put his towel and his clothes into the dryer so that they would be nice and warm when he stepped out of the shower. And he appreciated that. We used to do that for the kids when they were little. Yeah, went to the bazaar today. I got some cute things. I got a card, some earrings for my daughter, a magnet for my son, and a sticker for me. I worked in my room while Big Handsome watched football, and I filmed my ramble session. So this must have been a Sunday. Was this a Sunday? Where's my date? There it is. No, it was a Saturday. Okay, I must have just filmed it early. Okay, and then here I made like a little belly band out of Brooks papers, put a little sticker here. I used a lot of my Christmas stash, so that was really great. This was a beautiful Happy Meal I got years ago and in my Christmas stash. So this was number 4, Your Experience with Snow. Now, I remember this. It was circa 1995. It was the year I found out I was pregnant with my daughter. And the first time not the first time, but the first time I experienced like real snow, like built up snow, like a lot of snow, was we went to visit my husband's cousin up in Michigan, and there was a lot of snow. And we went in, I do believe, November, and that's when I found out I was pregnant with my daughter. And in fact, his cousin's wife was the first person, she was there when I did the test, so I hadn't even told my husband yet, and she knew I was pregnant. And just what a wonderful memory that was. But at that time, I was running, and I had never run in the snow before. So I, put some warm clothes on, wrapped a scarf around my face and head, so all anybody could see was like my eyes, And it was so cold, but it was so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I will treasure that memory, just running through the crisp white snow, the crunch under my feet, the crispness of the air, just so fresh. And oh my goodness. And when I got home and I took off my scarf, there were like icicles from my breathing on the inside of my scarf. So oh my gosh, my skin was so red when I got in the shower because I was so cold. But it was a great experience, and what a fond memory that was. So this was on Sunday. These little things here I had made out of book text a long time ago, and I actually sent them out to my crafty friends one year. So cute. These are just printables I found offline, you know. Um, yeah. And then here, oh, here is maybe okay. I took a walk on the beach, and when I take a walk on the beach, I love to collect shells that have holes in them. And so then I just put it in my book with a bulb pin with two little, beads on it, so I could remember that. And then this right here, yeah, I made these tags years ago and sent them in Happy Mail. And one of my goals for 2023 is to send more Happy Mail. And then, yeah, I didn't do much. I was in a lazy mood. I did listen to church online at my daughter's church, and it was a good message. And yeah, went for a walk on the beach. And these are my church notes, so I just made a little tuck spot there. Okay, this, I don't know, I might have to do this like in three, this is not sticking, in three installments, because, not only am I going through the daily thing, but I'm also going through the prompts with you. So yeah, this day was a rough day. And when I go through a rough day, whether it doesn't matter why, but I love to sit in here and listen to praise music. One of my favorite praise songs is Praise You in This Storm. Yes, we have been going through some storms lately, let me tell you, folks, and it's by Casting Crowns, and I love it. So I took a piece of like holiday paper, it's like holiday copy paper, and printed out the lyrics. I love the lyrics so much. And then, yeah, I had a migraine, and I was feeling angry. Gosh, yeah, I was having a rough day. My husband, I'm sure, yeah, I went to the beach, and I just sat there in the sand watching the waves crash in and listening to praise music. And I must have sat there, I don't even know, 45 minutes at least. So it was wonderful and refreshing and good. It was all good. And then the prompt was make a paper snowflake. So on this day here, I actually laminated it, and I made the white one out of just a scrap piece of copy paper. I looked online on how to make a snowflake, and I did it. And then in my stash, I found this silver one. So I layered them up and put a little thingy on it, a little circle printable thing that I had. And then I laminated the whole thing, and it came out really cute. And then this is like a bag here. So let's see. This is a tag from Happy Mail years ago. Look, the same little snowflake pattern. Put snowflakes all over the page. Yeah, this stripy thing is a bag back here. I have a tag in here, and make a paper snowflake. Oh, this was kind of funny. Okay. I only slightly remember making paper snowflakes as a child. I'm sure I did, like when I was in school, elementary school, but I remember teaching my kids how to make them, and we'd like paste them on the window and stuff, or tape them to the window. And then I had this, and it said my favorite snowflake ever, right? And then I wrote this story about this stinking snowflake, right? And here it is on the tree. It is not a snowflake. It is a star. And my daughter made it when she was itty bitty, and I have since laminated it. And we used to play this trick, not a trick, but we used to play this like game when she got older, because she hated that thing. It still hates it to this day. She's like, why do you even keep that? I'm like, honey, you might not like it, but it is precious to me. It was made by your little itty bitty hands, and it's precious, So now it is laminated and safe in the special ornament box. So yeah, it actually wasn't a snowflake after all. But I do remember teaching my kids and having them piece it on or taped onto the windows. Um, I worked on some prompts and yeah. Oh gosh. And then it said for this page right here, it took me like an hour to decide like how I wanted to do this page and what I wanted to do with it. And yeah, I just sat in here staring at it for the longest time. There's my dog. I'm sorry, he's pining after his master. His master is at the doctor. Okay. So yeah, lots of little like tucks, tags, and pockets. My absolute favorite thing to do. I glued on some little whatever this is called. I don't know what it's called, but you can see it. So there it is. Okay, this I made. This is like an actual close-up picture of our Christmas tree in years past, and I just photocopied it onto just copy paper and just made a large, pocket out of it. And then this is, do you decorate for the holiday? If so, when and how? And so this tells the story. I won't go all through it, but this is just made out of scrapbook paper and little bits fussy cut out and glued on to make a tag. But this year was the first year. Hi, baby. There's my pup. Hi. This is the first year we actually didn't get a Christmas tree. I have since we moved, I have one box, very small box at that, with all the special ornaments. Every other Christmas thing, with exception to my journaling stuff, I got rid of. Yeah. So when the kids were little, we would decorate the whole house. I mean, everything was decorated. The kids had so much fun. We would all decorate the tree together, mostly, kind of. Maybe it was me mostly, but anyway. Yeah, we had nativity scenes set up. We used to have this like open window. It wasn't a window. It was like an open space above our dining room. I don't know. It was some kind of architectural. I don't know. Anyway, it was some sort of thing. Anyway, when we would go to get our Christmas tree, I would go into their trash, and get some of the Christmas branches, and then I put that on the top of that and decorate it all up, and it was always just so pretty, and our house smelled so good. And then as the kids got older, we decorated less and less, and we still had the Christmas tree, but we didn't go all out. And then this year my kids are the ones who decorated because we spent Christmas with them, so that was really special. Okay, so that's the prompt. We went and got haircuts today. I still have a headache. This day I had made some washi tape. I'll have to find out where I learned that from, but washi tape out of tissue paper, and if you can even see that, tissue paper and double-sided tape. Yeah, no walk again. Oh my goodness, this month was not going well. For me in exercise, that is. This is just a tag that I made out of Brooks paper, stuck it together, sewed around it, put a little, a scrap of ribbon on it, and let me see. Oh, my daughter was ill. Yeah, she was texting me, and is this normal, and is that, or should I go to the ER? She turned out everything was fine. Everything was fine. So, and she was gonna go to a wedding with her then boyfriend, and yeah, she showed me the dress she got, and yeah, my husband and I had started watching Home Improvement, that show from the 80s, so yeah, that's fun. And then let's see, on this day here, the Christmas color scheme. This right here, red, green, and gold, is my Christmas color scheme. That is just, I just love those colors. I'm traditional at heart. Not that I don't love my pinks and blues and teals and orange and all the bright colors, but as far as Christmas goes, and even as far as my living room goes, yeah, my colors are very traditional. That's a Christmas tree from years past. And then, yeah, I wrote about, the prompt. And then this is a piece of Brooks paper. Oh, and this book is so fat, it's hard to get the stuff back in here. Oh my heavens. Okay. This day I obviously had a Simply Fresh salad. Okay. My husband, oh my goodness gracious. What was this day? Oh, this was my birthday. And my husband bought me like some 21 glass like Fenton hats. If you've been on the channel, Okay. Yeah. So I did get up and walk. And while I was gone, because it was my birthday. Okay. Well, I mean, he has since vacuumed the house, but he did that for me for my birthday, so I didn't have to do it. So he vacuumed and then he mopped the whole upstairs, and it was such a blessing. I had been threatening to do it for a few weeks. Gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we just relaxed and watched movies all day, and yeah, I love our couch cuddles. And yeah, he made me, I had this salad, a caprese salad, but then he made me steak and I cut it up for the salad. Spent a lot of time on the couch, and it was a fabulous day. Yeah, Sunshine called to wish me a happy birthday before heading off to work, so that was really sweet. And then this here is like a little belly band I made. I had a lot of fun making this page. This background is Brooks' freebie. All of this is Brooks' freebies, just attached and assembled into this. And then childhood traditions. And then I made this little, tag with like an embellished tab on the top. That was a lot of fun. This is from Brooks' paper pack as well. And yeah, one of my favorite childhood traditions was going to my grandma's house on Christmas Eve. And one of the favorite things that she made that I loved and looked forward to every year was chicken liver pate. And I still love it to this day. But I only love it the way that she made it. And there is no recipe. So that really stinks. But anyway, love that. We would all get together. We, with our cousins, which I come from a very small family. And so anyhow, yeah, they're, our cousins, my aunt and uncle, and, yeah. So we'd spend the evening together, and then we would, ride home. And on the way riding home, my dad always had Christmas carols playing, and we would look at, all the lights. You'll be fine, Ren. Yeah, we'd look at all the Christmas lights, which later turned into our tradition of going Christmas lighting, which is what we call it. Driving around and looking at the Christmas lights. Yeah, so that was just a very, very fond memory. And then this day, too, the day after my birthday, this is the picture that came up on, I don't know, some like memory thing. And it's a picture of my sweet dad. And this is when he and my stepmom went to Alaska. And my father passed away this past summer. And so it was so sweet that this came up as a memory on this day, because that was the one phone call that I really, really missed on my birthday, was my dad calling and saying, "Hey, Liz," he's the only person in this world that I allow to call me Liz. And so he would always call, "Hey, Liz, happy birthday," So that was just so special. Yeah, no walk today. We did get out and about. And then Big Handsome. Oh, so maybe he got me the fire pit for my birthday. I thought it was for Christmas, though. Yeah, it was for Christmas. It was an early Christmas present on the 8th, and it came after my birthday. So, anyway. So, yeah, he set it up on the dock. The air was getting cooler here, and, yeah, it was super nice to just sit out on the dock with the fire going. And, yeah, it was great. A great gift. And then Remington down here, this little poodle, he got a bath today, which was fabulous because he really needed it. He needed it. Okay, so let's see. We might stop on the next 2 days. I don't know. Okay, so let's keep going. So the 9th here, let's see. Ran errands in the morning. Oh, we got the deck box, which was my husband's Christmas present. We went to Walmart. Okay, I got some slippers. I love my fuzzy slippers. I'm wearing them right now. We picked up the standing rib roast for Christmas dinner at the kids' house, and then I made my Greek chickpea salad, which I love. I could eat that 3 times a day. I love it so much. Yeah, and we watched movies. Was this a Friday? Okay. Spoke to BQ. Oh, she told me about Voo Girl. It was a conference, like a girls' conference. She really wanted me to go. She wanted my mother-in-law to go, but we just weren't able to go. And I'm hoping that, I think they do it twice a year at her church. And so yeah, she had a fabulous time and really, really enjoyed herself. Um, yeah, and I'm so thankful that she's so involved with her church. Yes. And then my feet started to peel. Look at that. It was like a week later. Yeah, from that weird peel thing. Yeah. So here's a doily I didn't do much with. It's just a beautiful Christmas doily. Now this is when I got this double stick tape, and it's Basic. Where did I get an R from, guys? Oh yeah, I can't see. So yeah, again, I'll put the link to where I saw this if I can find it. It was quite a while ago, but I will dig through my history. I don't think I didn't even do anything here. This is the packaging. I just dolled it up, you know? And so that was fun to do. Just add a little something, something to your journal. And then this was number 9, favorite childhood Christmas memory, which is weird. See, some of these did repeat, but because what was this one back here? Childhood traditions. Okay, those 2 things kind of repeat, you know. I mean, give me a break. This is the first time I've ever done prompts. So, yeah. Now this, okay, this has to do with my childhood Christmas, well, obviously childhood Christmas memories. So it wasn't a Christmas tradition. Yeah, so I did think of something different. Anyway, I remember on Christmas Eve, like our tree would be bare. I grew up in a house where I wouldn't call it celebrated, but, and if you have children listening, you might want to switch off now. We did not like celebrate, for lack of a better term, Santa. No, we didn't do that in my house with my children. I'm sorry. In the house that I grew up in with my parents, we did. We all believed in Santa until my brothers ruined it for me. But yeah, and so no presents would be under the tree until we went to bed Christmas Eve. You know, like we get home from my grandparents' house and we would all go to bed. You know, we'd put on our new pajamas that she had got for us, and we'd get into bed. I'd crack the window just in case I heard those sleigh bells ringing. Oh, such a fond memory. And when we got up in the morning, there would just be my mom I know she would spend probably well over an hour arranging all the gifts. There were 4 kids in my family, and yeah, lots of gifts all around. We were just so blessed, and yeah, they were just like arranged perfectly, you know, like always arranged perfectly. So we would all run out there in the morning, and no, we did not rip into anything. We did it in a very orderly fashion. And so anyway, yeah, and even my presents every Christmas came from Santa. They never said from mom and dad. They always said Santa until I moved out of the house at, I think I was 21 when I moved out, when I got married, you know. And so yeah, anyway, another fond memory, oh yeah, that was that. Everything said from Santa. So yeah, it was just great. So this day here, the dolphins must have been frolicking and playing in the cove. Oh, we were playing ER roulette. Yeah, and P.S. we ended up not going. So yeah, it was a very long night. My husband was not doing well at all and thought that we'd have to take him to the hospital. And yeah, so oh, I made this. So I was kind of, you know, hanging out with my husband and, you know, watching over him. And I did steal away some time to come in here and work on my book. And I made this origami Christmas tree. That was a lot of fun. And what brings you joy during the Christmas season? This was prompt number 10. And it brings me joy this Christmas season in 2022 that our kids want to carry on our family traditions together at their house. Can't wait. Yeah, so that includes a snacky Christmas Eve with a Christmas movie and Christmas lighting. And then in the morning, we always have our breakfast casserole. Didn't know if we were going to do a Bible reading or not, and then opening presents and just spending time together. So I'm going to go ahead and stop on the 10th there, and this will be in 3 installments because, like I said, I'm not only going through, my daily happenings, but I'm also going through the prompts. So I hope you're enjoying this flip through, and I thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate your time. I know it's precious, and I am thankful that you choose to spend it with me. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, a wonderful week. Don't forget to check the description box for where things are located, check that, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of this. Not more of Christmas, mind you, but more of creative journaling. So I will talk to you all real soon. Bye for now.